Hello dear all, this is Sadanand Kumar Malik, welcomes you all in entire physics. Today we will discuss about the interference of light in thin film. Means here film means first of all film means having two surfaces and between them a media is enclosed. Means suppose we have a film such as suppose this is the one surface and this is other surface. There are two surfaces and between them there is some media having refractive index mu. So this type of structure is known as film. In case of this film, we have to study about the interference of light. So here let us allow a monochromatic beam of light to incident on this film. So here suppose this is a incident beam of light. Suppose this is a incident beam of light AB. And obviously when then monochromatic wave will incident on the thin film, then suppose there is a normal, suppose this is normal, then obviously the angle of incidence is suppose I. Then because suppose this film is transparent, then a few part of light will be refracted by some angle r. Means here this is angle r of angle of refraction, and a few part of light will be reflected in the same media. So this is the reflected light. So suppose the reflected light is BC and the refracted light is BD. Again here the light ray BD incident on the lower surface of the film with an angle of incidence r. Means here this is again angle r, and with the same angle it will be reflected from the lower surface. Means here this is the reflected light, suppose having the same angle r, and when this light ray suppose DE incident on the upper surface, then obviously it will be refracted. So here the refracted light wave will become exactly parallel to BC, and suppose this refracted light ray is EF. Suppose EF is the refracted light ray. So here we have two light rays in the reflected part. Suppose this is reflected part, and in the transmitted part, let us study in the transmitted part, the light ray BD when incident on the lower surface, then a few part of light will be transmitted. Suppose G DG. Similarly, the light ray which incident on the upper surface DE will be reflected, a few part of light of DE will be reflected from the upper surface and come to the lower surface again and will become refracted from here and will become parallel to this. So suppose HI is the transmitted light rays. So here in the reflected part we have two rays, that is BC and EF, and in the transmitted part also we have two light rays as DG and HI. So here if you want to study about the interference, so the one of the necessary condition for interference is all the interfering waves should move in the same direction. So if we consider in the reflected part, then the light ray BC and EF are exactly parallel to one another. That's why here BC and EF are allowed to interfere to one another. Similarly, in the transmitted part, DG and HI are parallel to one another. It means that they are allowed to interfere. So, interference pattern may be found, may be studied either in reflected part or in transmitted part also. Means in the both part we can study interference pattern. So here, to study about the interference, we should know the condition of constructive interference means maximum intensity, and the condition of destructive interference means minimum intensity. So the condition of constructive and destructive interference means condition of maxima and minima depends on the path difference between the interfering waves. Delta is suppose path difference. So if delta is equals to n lambda means integer multiple of wavelength, then it gives maximum intensity or bright fringe. And if delta equals to 2n plus 1 lambda by 2 means odd multiple of lambda by 2, then it will give dark fringe. So these are the conditions of interference. So here, if we study about the reflected part, then BC and EF, we have two rays. So if we want to study about the interference for BC and EF, then it is compulsory to know the path difference between BC and EF. So here, let us consider in reflected part, the path difference between rays BC and EF will be as, suppose the path difference is denoted by delta is equal to, from figure let us see the path difference between BC and EF. So to study about the path difference between BC and EF, let us draw a normal from point E on a ray BC. Suppose this is a normal and the normal is suppose normal is suppose EM. So EM is the normal that is drawn on ray BC from point E. Then here, after this normal means after this line, both the rays moves parallel to each other. But before this normal EM, the path difference may be there. So as we know, before point B, the ray BC and EF will be the same, would be the same here. Means before point B, BC and EF will be same. Means before point B, there was no path difference between BC and EF. Similarly, after the line, after the normal EM, again there is no path difference between BC and EF. So the path difference is produced after point B and before the normal EM. So here, from this figure, after point B and before the normal EM, the light ray BC has to travel a distance BM. And after point B and before the normal EM, the light ray EF has to travel the distance BD plus DE. So obviously from this figure, the light ray EF will travel more distance as compared to BC, and the distance travelled by the extra distance travelled by EF is BD plus DE, and the extra distance is travelled by BC is BM. So here the path difference should be BD plus DE, that is travelled by EF, minus BM, that is travelled by that is traveled by BC. So here our path reference will be as delta equals to BD plus DE minus BM. But from figure we can see the distance BD plus DE is travelled inside the media of refractive index mu, but the distance BM that is travelled by BC in air. So here the speed of light will be differ in the path BD plus DE and the path BM. So here BD plus D is the distance that is considered within the media of refractive index mu, and BM is the path that is considered in air or vacuum. So here in place of BD plus DE we have to write mu, means under the refractive index mu. So here the distance BD plus DE is travelled in a media of refractive index mu, but BM is a distance that is travelled by a media having the refractive index 1, means air. So if we want to solve this, then first of all we have to these distances in the same media. So here let us try to convert this BD plus DE distance in terms of air media. So let us try to solve this. We know refractive index is given as, refractive index of a media mu is given as mu equals to C upon V, comma, where C is equals to speed of light in air or vacuum, and V is the speed of light in media of refractive index mu. Refractive index mu. Now let us consider to travel a distance BD plus DE in media T time duration is required. With the speed V, then we can write V equals to distance, means BD plus DE upon the time required, that is T. But as we know, mu equals to C upon V, therefore V equals to C by mu. So in place of V, let us write C upon mu is equals to BD plus DE upon T. Now let us transfer this mu to the right hand side. Then we have C equals to mu times BD plus DE upon T. Now here what this equation will shows. Look here, dear all, if the light will move with the speed c, then at the same time duration t, this light ray will travel a distance mu times bd plus de in air. It means that if the light is moving in air, then at the same time duration t, it will be travel a distance mu times bd plus de. Just in case of media, at the same instant, at the same duration t, the light travel a distance only bd plus de. So here in this equation, in this equation, if we convert this BD plus DE from media to air, then we have to multiply mu with BD plus DE. So here this equation may be written as delta is equals to mu times BD plus DE. Now it becomes in air minus BM in air. So here both the distance are converted in air. So the final equation of path difference may be written as delta is equals to mu times BD plus DE minus BM. So suppose equation number second. So here if we want to calculate BD, if we want to calculate the path difference between the reflected light rays BC and EF, then we have to find the value of BD and then DE and BM also. So let us try to do this. Now dear all, to solve this, let us draw the figure again. Then we have such type of figure here that is drawn in right hand side. Suppose this is the film, suppose having the thickness small t and refractive index mu. Then this is suppose normal. Here we will consider only the reflected part beta. Suppose this is the normal and this is the incident light ray AB having the angle I. This is the reflected light ray BC. Again this angle will be I also. Then this angle will be 90 minus I. Then now suppose this is the refracted light having an angle R here, and now suppose this is the normal, and here from here this angle will be R also, and it will be reflected from here with the same angle of reflection, means this angle will be R. And here again let us draw a normal on the upper surface. So this is the normal suppose, and now here the transmitted or refracted light will move as EF. So this was our figure. Now from this figure let us conclude something. So here from EF let us draw a normal. Suppose this is angle 90 and it is as EM. So this is our figure. So because we have to find BD plus DE, so this is the point D. From figure BD and DE are equal. From this figure BD and DE are exactly equal because there both the angles are equal, R and R, and here the angle of 90 is formed. So from figure we can write from figure first conclusion BD is equals to DE. And so here if we calculate BD, then obviously DE will be calculated. So to calculate BD, let us consider the triangle BD. Suppose this is N. Suppose let us consider BDN. In triangle BDN, let us try to find BD. So here BD may be calculated as, let us apply cos R, because we know only one angle, that is R there. Cos R is equal to, cos R may be written as cos R is equals to base upon, cos R is equals to base upon hypotenuse, and base is the thickness of film. Here this is the base is the thickness of film, that is T, upon hypotenuse means hypotenuse is here BD. Hypotenuse is BD. Cos r is equals to base upon hypotenuse. So here from this this implies that BD is equal to T upon cos r is equals to DE. So BD and plus DE has been calculated. Now for BM we have to we have to consider a triangle which consists one side as BM. So in our triangle BME, this is the triangle BME. So in this triangle, let us consider, so here we have one angle as here. Now in this triangle BME, so let us consider again the triangle BME in figure. In triangle BME, we can say here we have to find BM. So look here, BM, how we can calculate here. BM is equals to, so here we have only one angle, that is angle B, that is 90 minus I. So let us apply cos 90 minus I. Cos 90 minus I is equals to cos 90 minus I, cos theta will be equal to, cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse, means base upon hypotenuse. Base is BM upon hypotenuse is BE. BM upon BE, because we have to find BM. So BM will be equal to, so here BM will be equal to, therefore BM will be equal to BE cos 90 minus I means sin I. And from figure BE is equals to, BE may be written as BN plus NE, and BN is equals to, BE is equals to BN plus NE into sin I. And from figure BN and NE are exactly equal. Okay, BN and NE are exactly equal. Also right here, also BN is equals to NE. And how we can calculate them? So let us consider the triangle. In triangle, let us consider the triangle BND. BND. Let us consider the triangle BND. So in triangle BND, tan R is equals to, tan R means perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular upon base means BN upon ND. BN upon ND now is equals to BN we have to find. So BN will be equals to ND tan R. Now ND means, this is ND. ND means thickness of the film, that is T. So substitute the value of T here. So BN is equals to T tan R is equals to BN is equals to NE. So here, therefore in our case BM will be equal to, therefore BM will equal to BN plus NE. BN plus NE means T tan R plus T tan R means 2T tan R into sin I, as it is sin I. So this is the value of Bn. Suppose equation number from equation 2, and suppose this is equation 3 and suppose this is equation 4. So from equation 4 we have the value of BM. From equation 3 we have value of BD and DE. Let's substitute these values in equation number 2. Then we have, using equation 3 and 4th comma, equation 2 gives delta is equals to mu times BD plus DE, and BD plus DE means BD and DE both are equal to T upon cos R, so their plus will be 2T upon cos R. So it will be 2T upon cos R minus BM means 2T tan R into sin I. Now is equals to, we can write 2 mu T upon cos R minus 2T tan R may be written as sin R upon cos R into sin I as it is. Now applying the Snell's law, by Snell's law we have sin I upon sin R is equals to mu. So sin I is equals to, therefore sin I is equals to mu times sin R. So in place of sin I, let's substitute this value. Then we have is equal to 2 mu T upon cos R minus 2T sin R upon cos R into sin I will be equals to mu times sin R. Let us solve further. Then 2 mu T upon cos R minus, from here mu and 2T are written together, 2 mu T into sin square R upon cos R. So 2 mu T cos R is present in first term and 2 mu T cos R are also in the second term. So let us take them common. Then delta is equals to 2 mu T upon cos R as constant. Under Koshtak we have 1 minus sin square R is equal to, let us solve. Then 1 minus sin square R means cos square R. So here we have 2 mu T upon cos R into cos square R. So cos square R, 1 cos R, and this cos R will be cancelled out. So we have delta is equals to 2 mu T into cos R. So this is the path difference, equation number suppose 5. So this is the path difference between the reflected light rays BC and EF. So this is the path difference between rays BC and EF.